Have you ever met someone and felt like you'd known them your whole life? Or watched a movie and felt deeply moved? Not because of the story's complexity, but because something in it spoke to your soul? It's as if certain characters, ideas, or experiences strike a chord that's already been playing inside you, waiting to be heard. These are not just coincidences or emotional triggers. What you're tapping into is something much deeper, something ancient, powerful, and universal. This is the world of archetypes, the invisible, symbolic forces that shape the way we dream, think, love, and even suffer. And at the heart of this idea is one of the most influential thinkers of the 20th century, Carl Gustav Jung. In today's video, we're diving deep into Jungian psychology and uncovering the vital role of archetypes in shaping the human experience. From the hero's journey to the shadow within us, this is a journey into the collective soul of humanity. Welcome to the Unfolding Journey, a space where psychology, philosophy, and self-discovery come together to illuminate the path of inner transformation. If you're curious about the mind, fascinated by symbolism, and passionate about personal growth, you're in the right place. Now, let's explore the mysterious and captivating world of archetypes. Carl Gustav Jung was a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst who broke away from his early mentor Sigmund Freud to develop his own school of thought, what we now call analytical psychology. While Freud emphasized the role of repressed sexuality in the unconscious, Jung believed that the unconscious was far more expansive and spiritual. At the core of his theory was the concept of the collective unconscious, a layer of the psyche shared by all human beings, containing the distilled wisdom, symbols, and experiences of our species. Archetypes, according to Jung, are the contents of this collective unconscious. They are not inherited ideas or specific memories, but rather universal patterns and potentials that reside in every human psyche. So what exactly is an archetype? An archetype is a symbolic image or theme that appears universally across cultures and time. You'll find them in myths, religions, art, literature, and yes, even in modern films and dreams. They act as blueprints for human behavior and perception. They shape how we understand ourselves, how we interact with others, and how we interpret the world. Think of archetypes as characters in the grand play of human existence. While the actors may change, different people, places, and circumstances, the roles remain the same. Some of the most recognized archetypes in Jungian psychology include the self, the shadow, the Anima/Animus, the persona, the hero, the mother, the wise old man, the trickster. Each of these represents a universal human motif. And they don't just live in stories, they live in you. The major archetypes explained. 1. The self. The self represents the totality of the psyche, the union of the conscious and unconscious mind. It is the ultimate goal of personal development, which Jung called individuation, the process of becoming whole. The self often appears in dreams or visions as a mandala, a wise figure, or a divine symbol. It calls us toward integration and authenticity. 2. The shadow. The shadow is the darker, hidden side of the psyche. It contains everything we deny, suppress, or reject in ourselves: anger, envy, fear, shame. But here's the twist. Confronting the shadow is not about elimination, but integration. By acknowledging our inner darkness, we reclaim our power and wholeness. You might meet your shadow in dreams as a monster, enemy, or terrifying stranger. In waking life, it shows up in projection, when we despise qualities in others that we unconsciously carry ourselves. 3. The Anima and Animus. The Anima represents the feminine aspect in a man's psyche, and the Animus the masculine aspect in a woman's. These archetypes guide us into deeper relationships, with ourselves and with others. For Jung, true psychological maturity involves integrating these inner opposites, allowing for a balanced and fuller expression of identity. 4. The persona. The persona is the mask we wear in society, the role we play to fit in, to be accepted, to function in the world. While necessary, the danger lies in becoming only the mask. If we over-identify with our persona, we risk losing touch with our true self. 5. The hero. The classic hero, found in every myth and movie from Hercules to Harry Potter. The hero embarks on a journey, faces trials, overcomes inner and outer monsters, and returns transformed. The hero archetype reflects our own capacity for courage, resilience, and transformation. In every struggle you've faced and grown from, the hero has been walking beside you. Jung's archetypes are not dusty relics of myth. They're alive and active in today's culture. Take movies, for example. Luke Skywalker is the hero, Darth Vader embodies the shadow. Yoda plays the wise old man. Princess Leia represents the Anima and warrior maiden. In literature, we see the same. In The Lord of the Rings, Gandalf is the wise old man, Frodo the hero, Gollum the shadow. In Harry Potter, Dumbledore channels the self or mentor, while Voldemort is a powerful representation of the shadow. We gravitate toward these stories because they mirror the internal dramas we all live. They aren't just entertainment, they're soul food. Understanding archetypes is not just intellectually interesting, it's transformative. When you identify archetypal patterns in your own life, you gain new insight into your motivations and fears, your relationships, your spiritual path, your recurring dreams or struggles. For example, recognizing a dominant hero archetype in yourself might explain why you're constantly pushing boundaries and seeking adventure, but also why you burn out and struggle with vulnerability. Or noticing a strong mother archetype might reveal your nurturing strength, but also the need to set boundaries and care for yourself. Jung believed that by becoming conscious of these inner forces, we could achieve individuation, the journey toward our fullest, most authentic self. Dreams were central to Jung's exploration of the psyche. He saw dreams not as random nonsense, but as messages from the unconscious, filled with archetypal imagery. If you dream of falling, flying, being chased, meeting a stranger, or returning to a childhood home, chances are you're encountering an archetype. Jungian dream analysis is a powerful tool to uncover these symbols and integrate them into conscious awareness. One of the most relevant archetypes today is the shadow. In a world that demands perfection, productivity, and positivity, the shadow gets buried and then projected. We see this in polarized politics, social media outrage, and even within families. When people deny their own darkness, it leaks out as judgment, aggression, and scapegoating. But when we take the courageous step to face the shadow, our own fears, biases, insecurities, we take back our power. Healing the world, Jung believed, begins with healing the self. Jung didn't promise quick fixes or five-step plans. His vision of healing was a lifelong process, a spiral of discovery, descent, integration, and return. This is the path of individuation, where the ego learns to dance with the unconscious and the fragmented self becomes whole. It's not about perfection. It's about depth, truth, and becoming who you were always meant to be. Archetypes are not abstract ideas locked in textbooks. They are living energies that shape our identities, our relationships, and our collective story as humans. To work with archetypes is to listen to the soul's language, to explore the inner myth we're all living out, often unconsciously. As you become aware of these archetypes within yourself, the hero, the shadow, the lover, the child, you begin to reclaim your power, your wholeness, your truth. You stop being a passive character in your story and become the conscious author of your life. If this journey into Jungian psychology and archetypes spoke to something deep within you, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button and become part of the Unfolding Journey community. We're here to dive deeper into the psyche, explore symbolism, and walk the path of self-discovery together. Leave a comment below. Which archetype do you feel most connected to? Or which one challenges you the most? And remember, the journey inward is the greatest adventure of all. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep unfolding.